everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is nighttime. It is say wake up on my cup. But this is a cup of mint tea because my stomach needs mint tea. We'll just leave it at that. Actually, to be honest with you, how am I gonna not share my journey all of a sudden? Because I'm shy about gas. I don't know, but I'm feeling extra gassy. Today's chemo day. So I'm sitting up, which is an achievement in the afternoon. It's actually like evening time. It's almost like 6:30 or something. I'm not drinking this just yet because Jim is getting me an ice cube because it's super hot. It is almost 6 o'clock. Brace check for my sister Alicia. Hi, Alicia. Got brace check on today. And I'm cold. Jim just lowered the fan. We have the Dyson off, which I don't know, it's not psychological necessarily, but you can feel like the air starts to get a little thick after a while of the Dyson being off. That being said, I had a really good morning. Chemo morning often is very energetic before the chemo kicks in. By the time the chemo is digested or something, I don't know, maybe by the time it works into the bloodstream and it's actually fighting. This morning, my home health, today's Sunday, and my home health aide worked today because she needs off on Wednesday. And, excuse me, she doesn't have like paid days off, so she just kind of has to flex her schedule, which I don't mind. You know, it actually is nice for Jim, for him to get some help while he's home, which is nice too. So she's a rock star. She did my bed and she helped me cook, and we did meal prep. I made my own yogurt. I was always eating Activia yogurt. When I started chemo last year, and menopause, my digestive system didn't feel regular. But once I was off chemo, off the treatment, my blood sugar started becoming erratic again because, you know, the chemotherapy and immunotherapy actually helps with your blood sugar, make it low. When my blood sugar started to become like more erratic, I noticed every time I had my yogurt, I got tired, and I was like, oh, because there is a lot of sugar. It's non-fat yogurt, which you're not supposed to do, and you know, non-fat dairy is not like a no-no in diabetes, and there's also sugar in it, Activia yogurt, but you know, most yogurt does have like active cultures, which works for balancing, you know, for good probiotics. I know there's plenty of good probiotics out there, but for me, this is the safest, easiest way to not have any medication interactions. So what we did was we made the strawberry blueberry compote that goes in my oatmeal and stuff like that. Sometimes I have it over ice cream if I'm in the mood. But what we did was we had it, I made yogurt cups. Actually have one in the fridge. Can I get it for you? I wonder. I took 4 ounce. Actually, you know what? I did say I would do a tutorial next time, but I took the 4 ounce mason jars, but you can use any containers. I just like those, and I have them, and they fit in my refrigerator, which is a key. And I experimented because it's the first time me actually doing it long term. Like I made a week's worth, and I did different ones. I did some with fruit on the bottom and some with fruit on the top, and I actually did one with fruit in the middle. Today I had fruit on the bottom. The first portion I had was fruit on the bottom, and I was able to stir it pretty good and still fill the cup full, you know, like fill the cup to its capacity. And I realized they're not 4 ounce mason jars. They have to be 4 ounces because I wouldn't have got 8 of them. I mean, I didn't put half fruit. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I thought they were half pints, but that would make them 8 ounces. So they might be. Don't remember. But the ones I use for my spices, I don't know. I'll insert a picture here. No, I won't. I probably won't because I'm like that right now. So I even asked Jim, "Are you cold? Like, how are you?" No, actually, I never lead with what I'm feeling. I said, "How are you feeling in this room? Cold, hot, or indifferent?" And he's like, actually, it's a bit chilly. And I said, it's a bit chilly outside. I said, oh, good. Could you lower the fan? And he gave me my sweater and he gave me my beanie. And I got a blanket on my lap because I do have a bit of a chill. And I have a feeling he forgot my ice cube. So let me see if this tea is good enough for a sip right now without burning my tongue. I don't normally cool my tea down, but with my tongue situation, I don't want to take any chances with something that's too hot, so. Okay, it's okay. This is Bigelow Mint Medley. It's a family favorite. Combination of like peppermint and spearmint and something else. I don't remember right now. I know originally yesterday I talked that I would elaborate more on the video about not allowing yourself to be changed unless it's for the better. But I don't really feel up to that right now. And I also don't remember what I was going to talk about. I jot down keywords and none of them made sense to me today. It happens. So, I was gonna take a shower after I finished all the meal prep this morning, and it was like I have a clock in my head that I didn't know about. We were feeling so good and I was so productive, and I do have to call a friend back now that I remember. I was feeling so good and so productive that literally I got up to go into the shower and felt like there's no way. I actually said to my home health aide, I said, I think I can get in the shower, but I don't think I can get out because that would be the rest of my energy. And I ended up flopping in bed and I ended up passing out to sleep. And just so you know, this was way after we ate breakfast because today's gluten day. So I just wanted to make sure, like, you know, make sure that I didn't get a sugar crash from sometimes when I eat the wrong kind of gluten. Today was biscuits and gravy with eggs, with scrambled eggs. So I made like extra, you know, extra sausagey egg, extra protein rich sausagey gravy. And it was really nice. I was able to cook at the table with assistance. People, you know, got me stuff. And it's funny because some things Jim was getting, some things the home health aide was getting. And Jim runs back and forth 1,000 times. And she's like, she looked at me like square, and I was like, oh no, when I cook myself, I take the bowl and I fill it with everything from the counter, from the refrigerator, everything I need before I sit down. I said, however, Jim gets overwhelmed at multiple step directions. So for him, it's better for him to run around like a chicken without a head some days. And she was like, oh, I was wondering, it just didn't make any sense. I was like, men and women think differently, you know. So I came in here and I essentially fell asleep. She said goodbye to me. She was punched out, but she was waiting for her ride. So she said goodbye to me and that she'd see me tomorrow and everything. So, and then like, I don't think she was gone, and I was like out like a light. So that being said, I just gets to me where I just don't feel good and I can't make sentences, it seems like. Today my tummy is burbly, but what I actually feels like today is, even though I did eat today, I don't always eat lately. When I'm on treatment, I don't always eat properly. Protein shakes, but not vegetables. I try to do plants with every meal, but some days I just can't tolerate. So I'm thinking that too much gut stimuli and not enough stuff in your gut is probably what I'm experiencing right now. That's what I feel like I'm experiencing, because I'm on my regular regimen of Senna S and Miralax as per my doctor. But if I don't have enough of my gut, it's probably just going to end up making gas, probably, right? This should help too. It doesn't only help with the discomfort and stomach upset, but hot liquids also often help me move things along downstairs. And if there is anything that I'm actually experiencing the gas from, like a blockage or a small like discomfort type of thing, not a blockage, but sometimes it's like a stoppage. There's a difference between a stoppage and a blockage, right? Stoppage slows things down. Blockage doesn't let anything go by. So if I'm experiencing that, then this will help too, just make things better. And if I'm not experiencing that, this won't hurt anything either. That's what I was gonna say, because it doesn't add fiber. It's just the hot liquid helps sometimes. Sorry. You know, people are like, why do you do vlogs when you're not like good in the head? And I'm like, because if you have a family member or friend that has this experience, it's going through this treatment or of the like, and you want to be there for them, I want you to know what you could expect and not what you will expect, because everybody's experience is different, but we all have very similar things often, and not every similar thing, but lethargy, satiation, loss of appetite, mouth changes, mouth differences. And the reason I know this is because my intelligent or interactive or whatever she is, nutritional assistant, the little digital questionnaire that I get every day, those are the questions she asks. You have loss of appetite or excessive appetite? Like, is your appetite fast or your appetite slow? You feel satiated, feel unsatisfied? Like, these are things that people experience. Oh, that's not what I wanted to say. She says, do you have like weight loss, weight gain? That's like either or, right? But when she says you feel satiated, which means you feel full. And then she mentions bloating, and then she doesn't mention that empty feeling. That's what I tried to say. She doesn't mention like, are you eating and don't feel full? She never, so no, it's not just like an opposite thing. She's going off based off of people's experiences. So I love tea, and I don't drink tea quite enough anymore. I will tell you the truth. It kind of makes me sad sometimes, because drinking tea makes me feel like miss my friend Joyce quite a lot. And I mean, I don't miss her like I can't call her. I miss her like spending time with her. She was a person that I admired very much, or do admire very much. Her philosophies and life message, and just what a kind human being she was. So, wanted to be like Joyce. Excuse me. Today I was speaking a lot about my family to my home health aide. I should just call her Celeste. Like, I should just make a name like this. Celeste is my home health aide. What's a good home health aide name? Martha. Amelia Bedelia. That's it. Today I was speaking to Amelia Bedelia. It's one of my favorite books growing up. And I didn't read much, you can imagine. It had to be a pretty good book for me to read it. Today I was talking to Amelia Bedelia about more of my family and where everybody lives. She was asking me where everybody lives, and just different questions about it. And, we were talking, just talking about things in general. And then, sometimes I get real sad or really thoughtful about it. Like, I really just start to really think about it quite a bit. But today was one of those days where I was able to just talk about it, I do truly miss my family. And I truly, truly want to have a life on and off the road. That's the difference. I don't want to necessarily have a life on the road. I want to have a home to come home to. And may I feel different? Possibly in the future. If I actually if we get an RV, if we end up upgrading to an RV that we really enjoy living in full time, I may never want to have a home again. But for right now, I just can't imagine not, not having a place that, God forbid, your home on wheels goes kaput. You're not stuck somewhere without a roof over your head. It's just hard to imagine, but my brain does. My brain can imagine that. But I miss my family. I just wish that they loved it here as much as I did so we could be together. And that's including my friends and extended family, of course. Everybody likes it just enough to come and visit, And maybe I just see something different in it than everybody else does. But for me, it's just, feels like home. It does. Something happened that made Jim and I just like, do we really want to be here? And why are we really here? And I said to him, if I didn't start my cancer journey last year or get diagnosed or have all my doctors here, I would be out with you. I mean, we could have just like put all the stuff in storage and deal with it later. I think the best thing to do when you're starting a life on the road is to do that. Try to get an inexpensive storage facility, centrally located in the United States. And as you start to head out on the road, you'd be like, you know what? It'd be really cool if I had that thing that we use for such and such. I think we could really use that on the road. And then you go back home, you get the thing, And that's really what I always envisioned for us. That's why I envisioned for us starting with we're centrally located in the United States. Or the excuse me, or what they consider the contiguous United States. I might be saying that word wrong, but that's what I've always heard it said. But we're centrally located, pretty much. We could be a little bit over like Oklahoma or Nebraska, but not much further. And I always just said, no matter where we go, we can always come back and be we took a trip in the summer to Maine, and we realized that we love Maine in the summer. And then next couple of months, we loved Maine so much, we went back to Maine in the winter, and we're like, heck to the no, we're not going to Maine in the winter. We get stuck in the snow or whatever have you. So that was, to me, my plan. And my plan was also to be to go home. Oh, we really could use this thing in the RV. I won't go buy one. I'll wait till I get home and get it and then put it in the RV and say, this is a practical thing to have. And then I just figured after a year of visiting different climates during different times of the year, you can get to the point where you're like, okay, I'm ready to sell all my stuff. But something happened to us that made me say that could have been a possibility had I not had a cancer diagnosis. Because it was really something that was we are out of here. But It's hard to say with everything going on that I would be able to permanently leave and try to have any kind of treatment on the road. You know, going every 2 weeks to the doctor for infusions, or once a month to the doctor for follow-up treatments, just so you can keep track of your weight and everything, side effects and such. It's not as practical when you're on the road and have no home base. So, I guess it just is. It is just that way. It is the way it is right now. So, I am probably going to finish this here because I kind of feel like I'm really needing to go lay down again. I did just want to sit up in the chair because I wanted to make sure I could sit up in the chair on days when I felt lousy. I can force myself to do things when I'm feeling lousy. But I also can force myself to rest when I need to rest. And today feels like a day that needs to have rest. But I felt very productive, and I really wanted to share that with you guys. And then I felt very bleh. I wanted to share that with you too. We're going to do a couple of different things in here, decoration-wise, and I filmed some of them, so I'll be sharing them, hopefully. And some more got monkey wrench in the works because I have a hanging table that was in the craft room or Jim's office for a while, and I brought it in here to hang it up, and I dropped it and it broke. I have to glue it. I am telling you, ladies and gentlemen, what a mess I am. That's how I feel. I just literally dropped it and it just went kaplooey, and I was like, son of a biscuit on toast with jam. No matter what happens to you, just laugh a little every day, right? I love you. No matter what happens in your day, or to you, or with you, or for you, just remember that I love you. Good, bad, or indifferent. I'm going to love you anyway, okay? And if nobody's told you today you're loved, you can always come by and hear how much I love you, because I love you guys so much. And as always, you take care. God bless, and we'll see you next time. Bye. Bye.